Welcome everyone. Welcome. I got a good one planned for today. I got a good one. How we doing, guys? Are we ready? Are we really ready? Let's get into it. Why not? Let's get into it. So, y'all ready? Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about this culture we live in right about now. As I'm recording this, we're gonna talk about this climate that we're in, and how it's affecting us. It's pretty much what this show is all about to begin with. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. Shera 7. I've known Shera 7 since before she got popular. It was her success has been such a surprise. Like when she started talking about the money stuff, I was just like, I always know her for talking about witchcraft. When she started talking about the money, you know what I'm saying? It blew me away. Or I ain't gonna say blew me away. It caught me off guard. But then she started teaching me. You know what I'm saying? She really started teaching me. She leveled me up. And low key, lo and behold, a lot of her teachings were very red pill-ish. You know what I'm saying? It's just red pill for women. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. 777, rack them up. So it didn't really surprise me, but it very much woke me up. It very much made me look at dating differently, and it made me look at women differently. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, this what y'all been on. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it red pilled me. You know what I'm saying? So she's always been wise and insightful, and yeah, like I said, she's taught me a lot of things. And then where it got scary was when I saw the wave. I saw how other women were taking to it, and I saw how the word was spreading. And you know, kudos, much success to her. You know what I'm saying? Much success to her. Much praise and all that to her. But I saw what it was doing to women. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you know, I've been on the internet a lot for a long time, and I know full well that it's only a matter of time before this mentality trickles down to close to home. This mentality trickles down to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool that, you know, the women are gravitating to a message that empowers and emboldens them, but it has to be taken with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? And when I say a grain of salt, it should be considered critically and not followed blindly without exercising personal judgment. That's basically, you have to exercise some personal judgment. That's basically what I mean when I say take it with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? So and then here's the caveat to, you know, her message spreading and influencing the culture, right? I can see how fatherless women will appeal to her message a whole lot more, because it puts them in a more advantageous position, although it be, you know, like quite defensive. You know what I mean? So, and see, the thing is, the reason it's an advantageous and defensive position, you can't go into dating defensively. Like that makes that makes no sense. None. So it's a little counterintuitive, you know what I'm saying? But for those fatherless women, especially the fatherless black women, being as that they don't inherently trust men, men and masculinity are typically foreign to them. You know what I mean? So their fear of men or their fear of masculinity is disguised as feminine empowerment. So the shield eventually becomes a cage. And so I could see why the fatherless women would gravitate to it even more, with like white on rice, like a moth to a flame. So, but you know, you may fear men, you may hate men, but at the end of the day, you don't want to be alone, right? You want the opposite sex still. You know what I mean? So what are you going to do? Right? So when approaching the opposite sex, you have to have a healthy understanding of the masculine and the feminine hardwired psychology, or what I like to call the caveman or the cave woman, the primal nature of men and women. In the same way that little girls grow up playing with Barbie and Ken and playing house, right? You see little toddler girls walking around with little baby strollers, you know what I'm saying, or having little baby dolls and teddy bears on them, you know what I'm saying? The same way little girls grow up playing house and dreaming of their wedding day, little boys are constantly groomed and grow up in business and in competition. They're constantly trading and negotiating and bartering and bargaining. You know what I mean? You look at little kids in the lunchroom, you know what I'm saying, trading Pokemon cards and Dungeons and Dragons and you know what I'm saying, little kids playing sports. You know what I mean? And being mad when they lose, and, you know, wanting to win, and, you know what I'm saying, showing off. Look what I did. Look what I did. You know what I mean? This plays into the masculine. This plays into the masculine energy. And little boys grow up constantly negotiating. They're constantly negotiating with whatever challenges that come before them. You know what I mean? And that's part of their hard wiring. So most men inherently grow up with a healthy understanding and respect for business. You see? So when a man approaches you humbly and innocently, you know what I'm saying, from a romantic angle, and then you begin to bargain and haggle with him over your vagina, you begin to bargain and haggle with him over sex, you're now stepping into his arena. You're stepping into what he's been groomed for since he was a little boy. You see what I mean? And then you're forcing him to switch brains. You're forcing him to switch brains. You're forcing him to switch brains because now you're playing his game. You see what I mean? He may or may not respect you, but he'll never look at you the same. Because now it's like, okay, is this what we doing? Is this what we doing? You know what I'm saying? So now when he begins to negotiate with you, like he's been doing since he was a little boy, for you to be offended is counterintuitive. Because ultimately, you brought it on yourself. Yet your feminine brain can only understand how you feel in the moment. So because of your interior motive, you cheapened yourself. He didn't cheapen you. You know what I'm saying? This is what you presented to him. By setting a price, a woman stops being the prize to be won, and she becomes the asset to be managed. You know, women, and that's another thing in the Shera 7 teachings, in the sprinkle teachings. I'm the prize. I gotta posture myself. I gotta set myself advantageously so I can be defensive, and you know, and make sure that he can't do me, he can't screw me, and leave me with egg on my face, right? So when you come at him with a price, when you negotiate and barter with him, this is what you're doing the opposite of what you set out to do. You know what I'm saying? It's counterintuitive. So ultimately, he didn't cheapen you by negotiating with you. He only matched energy. Rack him up. So in spite of what popular female rappers are leading you to believe, right? There's a thick line between prostitution and genuine romance. A thick line. Most of the women propagating the acceptance of pimping men are lesbian man haters in the first place. They hate men, period. And as old as the profession of prostitution may be, there will never be a society where it is fully normalized and accepted. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it a being. Every civilization has always had pockets and places for prostitution. It's never been just widespread. Oh, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? You serve Johns while you take your kids to school. No. It's always had pockets and places for it. You know what I'm saying? Where it was appropriate. You know what I mean? And it can function. But it was never sustained. It was never a sustainable cornerstone to any nation or empire. You know what I'm saying? It simply served its purpose. You know what I mean? Man come home from work. He don't want to be bothered with the wife. You know what I'm saying? He get him a little what he need to get. You know what I mean? And everybody happy. Happy husband, happy home, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't make the rules here. So to think that when a man approaches you innocently to court you for sex, and you see it as an opportunity to pimp him, you got to make up your mind and decide who you want to be. Make up your mind, or else he'll decide it for you. The sprinkle culture is a wartime strategy applied to peacetime dating. It is a medicine for the chronically undervalued, but poison for those seeking genuine intimacy. So like Mobb Deep said, there ain't no such thing as halfway hoes. Get a menu.